Alright folks, let's do a little quick review on the Outsunned greenhouse. This is sort of a high tunnel. 10 by 12 thereabouts, pretty close to that, within a few inches. So it's got 3 little roll-up doors. The tarp doesn't fit as tight on the frame as I thought it might. 3 little roll-up doors on this side as well. This door is my own creation, so normally see these 2 zippers here and here. You gotta roll that whole thing up. Not a big fan of that. So what I did is I framed up inside and then I framed up outside, and then I just took a utility knife and cut around it. So you'll see it's still in there. Makes pretty good seal. Just 1 by 3 strapping. I used some brackets here and there. These little pieces down here and up here, they're not really support. It's just to stop the door from coming in too far. I'm going to try and block the sun. So what I did to secure this at the top is I was going to use some plumbing strap, perforated strapping. I thought I had some, but apparently I don't. So I just took some old inner tube for now. That should last as long as this tarp will last. And for shelving inside, just 3 sawhorses down each side. And I spliced the 2x4s. Right now, a 2x4 is $3.18 for like a utility stud. And that's cheaper than the 1x3 strapping. So that's the reason I use 2x4 for a lot of things. So this frame just goes together like the old school tent pegs. And the way I secured it, okay, you can see one here. You see this strap right here? This is 1/2 inch EMT strap. Now the tubing this is made out of is about maybe 1/2 millimeter smaller, but they're just barely snug when you put them on, so they worked excellent. So I've got this framework secured to the benches. Anywhere where it comes close to a bench, I've got it strapped to the bench. I got 4 1-meter pieces of rebar driven in the ground. Here, same places in the front. And there was nothing to tie the tent down, so what I ended up doing is just taking and laying a 2x4 on each side. And I'll end up doing something in the front here. I'll see what I got kicking around for scraps when I'm done a few other projects. But I'll do the same thing I did here. I'll just set it there and put a strap from the inside in. And if this starts tearing, I'll put a piece of strapping on the inside here. I had one similar to this before. It was green, a lot of plastic in it. Kind of like those little 4-tier ones you can buy, put in your house. Just a bigger version of that. It had shelving and everything in it. Same style covering. The only difference was it was green instead of white. But that lasted 2.5 years. And it stayed outside all year. The 3rd season, it went all to hell on me. So hopefully in 3 years I can still get a replacement tarp. And even if I can't, well, I got my money's worth. But I have spent more on lumber than I did on the thing itself. So this wall is a little wobbly. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to run a piece of 2x4 right here, across here, and just stick it out a little bit so this isn't rubbing on the sharp ends. It'll be rubbing on the side of the piece of 2x4. And I'll butt it up against this and I'll secure it somehow. But for, what was it, 160 bucks, I think, Canadian, for this little greenhouse. And then it was 60, yeah, it was about $160 for the lumber. And yeah, it was around that. I had a little bit of it kicking around, but anyway, I'll let you know how it works But it should be a nice little greenhouse. It's about twice the size of the last one I had, so I'm happy. I just gotta bury these little flaps. So if you're thinking about buying one of these, hopefully that gives you some ideas of what you're getting into. Like I say, the biggest thing with these are doors, and this is how I solve my door problem. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.